objection?
Subject to the court's ruling, Your Honor.
73B, you said?
Yes, sir.
73B will be admitted.
And I'd also make 73A, please.
An objection as to 73, or were those already admitted?
73 has already been admitted, so I'd just be amending the name of the exhibit.
Go ahead and then continue.
All right. Just as you did in your first testimony, did you create a PowerPoint of your summary that will go into evidence with the jury as a demonstrative here in court?
I did, yes.
And does this demonstrative contain other evidence that maybe the jury's already seen in this case, such as State's Exhibit 62?
I believe it does, yes.
All right. Permission to use a demonstrative, Judge?
You may.
All right. Looking at State's Exhibit 62, this first slide, does this appear to be a question and answer session here? There's a part that says Q, followed by a question, and a part that says A, followed by the answer to the question.
That's correct.
And when a witness is on the stand in a trial like you are today, does your testimony have to be in a question and answer format?
It is, yes.
All right. If we could go to the first page of State's Exhibit 62. Looking at this first bit of information here, what does this writing say that Kay said?
It says here in the highlighted section that Kay said she told Charlie on the night of the murder.
I'm going to object. This is testimony is cumulative to the other evidence that's already been admitted.
Overruled, the witness may provide context concerning the admitted evidence.
What does it say that Kay said?
She said she told Charlie on the night of the murder that some friends of hers went to Tallahassee and killed him.
Okay, and does that story sound familiar?
It does, yes.
And are you familiar with Charlie Adelson's testimony in his trial in October of 2023?
I am, yes.
Okay. The next sentence, does the next sentence say, she asked him to give her $350,000 he was going to pay so his sister could relocate with her children to Miami. He went crazy on her. He said that was going to be an offer to his brother-in-law, not to kill him. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, so according to this story and to Charlie Adelson's story at his trial, no one hired these hitmen to kill Dan Markell, right?
That's correct.
They just did it in their own in hopes of getting paid.
Correct.
All right, looking at the next page, is this the bottom part of the first page combined with the top part of the second page?
It is, yes.
Okay. Looking at the next sentence, does it say he threatened me that he was going to go to the police? I told him if he went to the police, these murderers would kill him. And if they don't get you, they'll kill your mom and dad, exclamation point. You should have seen his face, exclamation point. He turned white, exclamation point. He was scared shitless, in quotations.
Yes.
Okay, looking down at the next paragraph, does it say that she convinced him that the murderers think that a woman is paying for this? They don't know Charlie, and she told him she wouldn't tell her friends who he is. She can keep him safe. Is that right?
Yes.
So according to this, the men who killed Dan Markell are not the ones giving him the information the night of this murder. It's Catherine McBanois. Is that right?
Correct.
And was that consistent with what Charlie Adelson said in his testimony? He said that McBanois came over alone the night of the murder and told him that he was being extorted by some people she knew.
That's correct.
All right, looking down at the next section, does it say he opened his safe and gave her stacks of money? I'm sorry, can you go back up?
Yes. It does, yes. He opened his safe and gave her stacks of money.
And what does the rest of that paragraph say?
Then she told him he can pay her the rest in cash. She said he was giving her $3,000 every month. She laughed about how easy it was to extort him for the money. He wouldn't have to take her out for a fancy dinner. She could buy plenty of fancy dinners with $350,000.
Judge, can we approach, please?
Approach. Please continue, Ms. Stewart.
Okay. In Charlie Adelson's testimony, did he say that he paid Catherine Magbanua $3,000 a month because he did not have $350,000?
That's correct.
Okay. Did he say he gave her, I think it was $138,000 that night or the next morning, and then the rest was $3,000 a month over time?
That's correct.
And was that paid, he said, from $1,000 a month in her paycheck from Adelson Institute and $2,000 in cash?
Yes.
And in his testimony, did he say that Magbanua assured him that none of the money would be going to her? She was giving it all to the extorters, including the money from her paycheck.
Yes.
And did he testify that he told his mother, Donna Adelson, about the extortion in September of 2014?
Yes.
All right, can we move on to the next paragraph? I have a couple of questions about that. Okay, in this middle paragraph and in this final paragraph, is the word extort used twice?
Yes.
Okay, and then at the bottom, haha is written out.
It is, yes.
Looking at the word, the first time we see the word extort on this page, is that underlined for emphasis?
It appears to be yes.
Okay, when did Donna Adelson first learn the meaning of the word extortion?
Well, we know that there was a search from the web history of that forensic examination, and I can move to that now, that was in October of 23. That is reference to extortion versus blackmail.
Okay, and what date was that search made?
Again, October 16th of 2023.
Was that about a week before Charlie Adelson's trial began?
It is, yes.
That she's looking at the difference between extortion and blackmail?
Correct.
And that would be even though, according to his testimony, he and his mother had been being extorted since 2014.
Correct.
All right, after Donna Adelson's phone was seized on November 13th of 2023, were we able to extract the data through a Cellbrite report?
We were, yes.
And from the phone in her possession, was there evidence that Donna Adelson and Wendy Adelson were talking about Charlie's trial and verdict as it was happening?
Yes.
What date did Charlie Adelson's opening statements begin on October 24th of 2023?
Yes.
Okay. So that would be the first day of the trial when there was an opening statement and the state started calling their first witnesses. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. And then what day did Charlie Adelson testify in his defense in that case?
November 2nd.
All right. And in this conversation between Donna Adelson and Wendy Adelson, did Donna Adelson agree that Charlie Adelson's testimony about being extorted was the truth, that he was telling the truth?
She did, yes.
Okay, can we see that exchange?
Yes.
Now, right before this exchange, did Wendy Adelson send a prayer hands emoji?
Yes.
Okay, and then what was Donna Adelson's response to that?
That we shouldn't have to pray. He's telling the truth, protected his little sister for years, differs through this, and now what? Prayer hands.
And then does she clarify that she meant suffers, not differs?
Yes.
Okay, so what date was this text sent on?
Again, November 6th of 2023.
So this would have been about 4 days after Charlie Adelson's testimony,
Correct.
but before a verdict was rendered in the case.
That's correct.
It says that he's telling the truth, protected his little sister for years. Was Robert Adelson a witness in Charlie Adelson's trial? Was he called by either the state or the defense?
He was not.
Okay. So the only person that Wendy Adelson was a little sister of who testified in Charlie Adelson's trial was Charlie Adelson then.
That's correct.
And here she's saying he's telling the truth. Is that right?
Yes.
Was that the only time that she said that Charlie Adelson's defense was the truth during that trial?
It is not.
Okay, can you show us all the messages where she's letting people know that it's the truth? Okay, so she's sending these messages to different friends or family members saying, finally the truth is out?
That is correct. All of these messages were sent in a relatively short time frame to various friends and associates.
Okay. Were there more messages than just this?
There were.
Okay. And so she's seeing if people are watching more about it being the truth. Is that right?
Yes.
It says Dan just proved extortion. Was Dan Rashbaum Charlie Adelson's attorney at trial?
He was, yes.
Besides these things, I mean, what else did Donna Adelson say? Or did she say anything else to Wendy Adelson? Okay, thank you. Okay, here is she asking someone to watch opening because the truth is out.
That's correct.
All right. What else does Donna Adelson say to Wendy Adelson about this extortion defense?
She says that she's sorry this has been our life for so many years. It has been torture, but your lawyer didn't want you to know what happened. I think if you did, our relationship and your with Charlie would have been much different. I hope he knew what he was doing. Your testimony was crucial. Let's see what a jury does to him and to the rest of us. You know I'm next, but that won't happen. I'll take care of that.
What date is that? Or
That
was
wa-
that sent?
I'm
What
sorry,
date was that sent?
November 1st of 23.
So she's saying she hasn't told Wendy about this extortion defense because Wendy's attorney didn't want her to,
Correct.
and it might affect their relationship.
Yes.
Did we look in the cell phone reports and records to see whether there was any phone evidence of Charlie Adelson being extorted by Magbanua or Garcia or Rivera?
We did, yes.
All right, looking at the day after Dan Markel's murder, which would have been July 19th of 2014, would that have been the day after Magbanua would have told Charlie Adelson he was being extorted, per
Yeah.
his testimony and this State 62?
Yes.
Okay. What did Charlie Adelson and Magbanua, what were they saying to each other in text messages that day, the day after this alleged extortion?
So he speaks of heading to the gym, asking her if she's taking her children to the beach. She replies that it's beautiful, probably the pool, and he encouraged her to have a nice day.
Okay, so then this would have been after Magbanua left his home that morning that we saw in your first presentation and is headed south toward Rivera's. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, and Charlie Adelson reaches out to Magbanua first. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And he says he's headed to the gym?
Yes.
Any mention of extortion, bad guys, money in these messages?
No,
Does it appear that there's any anger or fear in these messages?
it does not.
What about And in the what about in the week following the murder? What did they talk about that week?
Well, there's additional messages from the 19th, later on in the afternoon. And then, yes, we have messages from the next week.
And what were their conversations that week like? So here they're talking about the weather and how late it is in the day.
Yes.
Okay. What about the next messages? She wants him to get Jerry to call in some prescription shampoo for her.
Yes.
Okay. What's next? He says sweet dreams.
Yes.
What's next? She's complaining about a headache, migraine.
Yes.
Okay. What's next? He's saying laugh out loud.
Yes.
All right. Any more after that? Here she says, have a good day, smiley face, and he says, you too?
Correct.
And is that all we have from that week?
Yes.
Did they ever discuss extortion, bad guys, money?
No.
Okay. Does it seem like pretty mundane things?
It does, yes.
All right, from 2014 to 2016, those 2 years after the murder, do Charlie Adelson and Catherine McBanois stay in regular contact with each other, even after they break up in the fall of 2014?
Yes.
Okay, from the messages, do they appear to have a close friendship?
I would say yes.
Can you show us some examples of that? Here is she giving him some relationship advice and saying he'd make a great dad.
Yes.
All right, and what's next? Does Charlie Adelson tell her he loves her in October of 2014?
He does.
Does he say, it makes me feel good that you care about me. I'm very lucky to have you as part of my life.
He does.
Okay, what's next? Oh, I'm sorry, can we go back? Does she respond that she will always care about him?
Yes.
Okay, what's next? And here they have an exchange. Is this in February of 2015?
It is.
And here she says, I always know how to make you smile, and he says, yes, you do.
Correct.
What's next? What do they say here?
It's February 24th of 15. Good, I love you. And he replies, I love you too.
Okay, what about later that year? Are there more friendly exchanges?
October 27th of 2015.
And she's maybe wishing him a happy birthday and thank you for helping me and I love you?
Yes.
And what does he say back?
Can't wait to get lunch with you. You're the best. I am lucky to have you as a friend for life.
Smiley face?
Yes.
Okay, what's next? All right, here are they kind of calling each other names. It seems like in a funny way.
Yes.
And he says, I miss you.
Yes.
And what about the next month? Are there any messages in the next month? Okay, maybe some sort of inside joke here.
Yes.
Okay. Is she giving laughing, crying emojis?
Yes.
All right, what's next? Is this the same day?
It is.
And how does he end this exchange?
LOL, you're the best.
So laugh out loud, you're the best?
Yes.
After maintaining a close friendship for years, according to these texts, at what point did Charlie Adelson and Catherine McBanois no longer have any contact via phone again? Is it after the arrest of Sigfredo Garcia?
Yes. I'm trying to recall exactly when that ended, but it was well into the time of the arrest, yes.
Okay. Now, in all of these messages from the records between Charlie Adelson and McBanois in those 2 years, are there any messages where they discuss being extorted?
No.
Are there any messages where they discuss Dan Markel's murder?
No.
What about McBanois knowing people who wanted to hurt his family, anything like that?
Nothing.
When Donna Adelson's phone was seized and cell-brighted, was there evidence inside that Donna Adelson and Charlie Adelson had communicated for several years over WhatsApp?
Yes.
And what is WhatsApp?
WhatsApp is just a communication app, multi-platform. You can use it on iPhones or Androids or other devices, and it is just another platform which people can communicate, voice, text, and it is what we call an over-the-top app in that it does not go through the carrier traditional infrastructure. So it's not using their text message service, it's using the data side. So we don't see records of that, those communications in the call detail records that we get, and it offers the security of encryption, that those messages are encrypted for the security of the senders.
Just sometimes people use WhatsApp because maybe they're somewhere internationally and that's the easiest way to communicate internationally.
Yes.
Just sometimes people use WhatsApp because, as you said, it's an encrypted service and maybe those messages could be harder to find as opposed to a regular text message.
Calls for speculation.
Please approve.
Okay, I could ask a different question, Judge.
Please do.
What does an encrypted message mean?
So encrypted means that the message content itself is encoded in a way that it cannot be easily read or decoded in transit. So if there was an interception or someone were to get hold of that text message, because of the encryption, you're not able to actually see what's in there. And so that provides, again, for the security of those messages and traffic.
Okay, thank you. Looking at this WhatsApp thread between Charlie Adelson and Donna Adelson, were some messages seen in 2023 that law enforcement did not previously have?
Correct.
Okay. If you could turn our attention to the first one from July of 2016. Okay. Do you mind going to the next? Thank you. All right, so they're talking about some good news.
Yes.
Okay, what's next? All right, so what does Charlie Adelson say here?
He says that the information he got, no, it's in the paper from yesterday, and I spoke to Marcus this morning. He said it's not official yet, but it's looking that way after he spoke to Garcia attorney.
Okay, and when was that message sent?
July 21st of 2016.
Okay, was David Marcus, spelled with a K, was that Charlie Adelson's attorney at the time?
Yes.
So according to this text, Charlie Adelson's attorney was talking to Garcia's attorney, and he's letting his mother, Donna Adelson, know that in this message?
Yes.
Who did Marcus run into when he met with Garcia's lawyer?
Katie.
Objection, Your Honor, this is hearsay.
I believe 73A and 73 have been admitted at this point. They're in evidence. The objections are ruled.
What happened when Garcia's lawyer, when Charlie Adelson's lawyer met with Garcia's lawyer? Who did they run into?
Miss Magbanua.
Okay. Now, how do we know that Kaddie is Magbanua?
That's how he had her listed in his contacts within his phone, Charlie Adelson's.
Okay. So throughout their relationship, Catherine Magbanua's phone number and all these messages are all to Kaddie in his phone. That's how he spelled Katie.
Correct.
Okay. And then how does Donna Adelson respond to this?
To the small world comment, she replies that it is, and then he goes on to discuss the meeting.
So does he say that his attorney said they said hi to each other, they shook hands, he introduced himself, and she is nice and beautiful?
Correct.
Okay, and how does Donna Adelson respond?
Like all your girlfriends.
Okay, so this is July of 2016. So is this about 2 months after Garcia was arrested for the murder of Dan? I'm sorry. Yeah, Sigfredo Garcia was arrested for the murder of Dan Markel.
Yes.
Okay, and Katie's his baby mama.
Yes.
Okay. Did Donna Adelson or Charlie Adelson express any anger here or four-letter words for Garcia? the man who shot Dan Markell and had been arrested for it 2 months earlier?
No.
Or for Katie, the mother of his children?
No.
All right, looking at the next month in August, show us this WhatsApp message. Now, is this message, is it between Charlie Adelson and Donna Adelson?
It is, yes.
Okay, can you read us the message from August 2nd here?
Charlie Adelson says, "Did you see in the paper where the state star witness that rented the hotel room is a convicted cocaine dealer? Maybe those guys were just up in Tallahassee buying drugs and just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Maybe the coke dealer did it because Danny did not pay him for his drugs, just like he stiffed everyone else he did business with. This whole thing is just crazy."
So at this point in August, you said Garcia and Rivera, they had been arrested for at least 2 months, right?
Yes.
And at this point, Charlie Adelson, according to Charlie Adelson, and according to him, he and his mother had been extorted for almost a year and a half as of a couple months ago.
That'd be correct.
In this message from Charlie Adelson, though, does it appear to spitball another theory of Dan Markell's murder besides the extortion, that they've supposedly been extorted for the last 2 years by the killers?
It does, yes.
And when law enforcement investigated, did the hitman actually hang out with a local cocaine dealer who the police interviewed, and he gave them information about the men he sold drugs to?
Yes.
Okay. And that was in the paper.
I'm sorry?
And they're talking about the fact that that was in the paper.
Yes.
Okay. And that maybe that coke dealer's the guy that killed Danny.
Yes.
Maybe Danny was buying drugs from him, stiffed him, something like that.
That's what it says, yes.
Okay. What's next after this? After Donna Adelson says, "I did not see that," which paper?
Charlie indicates that it was in the Tallahassee Democrat, and Donna that she has stopped reading everything.
And does she say, "Wow, exclamation point, I've stopped reading everything"?
Yes.
Does she say, "What are you talking about? You told me that they've been extorting us for 2 years."
Objection, argumentative.
Sustained.
Is there anything about extortion in these messages?
There is not.
All right. Last thing we saw from, or at the beginning of the presentation, we saw that in Donna Adelson's phone, she said that he was telling the truth in his trial, and the truth is out. Was there another message to Wendy Adelson after she told Wendy Excuse me, I'm sorry. Is there more messages here?
There is, just the end of that conversation.
Okay, thank you. Can you walk us through these, and then I'll move on?
Certainly, it's just the conclusion of that the guy admitted to selling them cocaine and hanging.
This is cumulative.
Sustained as cumulative.
Okay, is this the end of the conversation that we just saw?
It is, yes.
Okay. And do these messages mention extortion?
They do not.
All right. Going back to November of 2023, did we find messages in Donna Adelson's phone from November of 2023 when the verdict was announced between Donna and Wendy?
Yes.
Okay, can we see that message? Or maybe this, okay. She says there's a verdict. This is on November 6, 2023, is that correct?
That's correct.
Was a verdict delivered, meaning read out loud by the clerk or by the judge, sometime between 5 p.m. and 5:15 p.m. on that day, November 6th?
Yes.
Okay. When does Wendy send her next message?
At 5:27 p.m.
So this would have been after the verdict was rendered?
Yes.
All right. And she says, "I love you very much. Call if you feel like you can." Is that right?
Yes.
And how does Donna Adelson respond? Can you read that